Welcome to another episode of the Probably Unemployed podcast, otherwise known as PUP. I'm your host, John.
And I'm also John.
And we're here to discuss, rant, and rave about various topics.
Oh, let's hop into it! Woo!
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 6 of the Probably Unemployed podcast, and we are here to do another segment of Fuck You.
Can't wait.
So let's just jump right into it. Alright, hi guys. Thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of our podcast. We're going to do the whole Fuck You segment again where we just rant and rave about things that we hate. So do you want to go first, or?
I like you going first.
Okay.
You just got that radio voice, you know what
Thank
I'm
you,
saying?
you know.
It's soothing. Everything else about you
As I say
is,
thank you, I like crack up.
Everything else about you is detestable, though.
You can't just give me a compliment. You can't just let me have that. Like, give me something to build me up. Like, you gotta... I don't like you sometimes.
I gotta take when I give. You know what I mean?
Okay, anyway, yeah. I'm just gonna pretend that my feelings weren't hurt just now. Okay. I want to talk about someone that I fucking hate fucking immensely. The YouTuber Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, the fucking, I don't know, he's just like the biggest douche on YouTube for those of you guys.
I never got why they're so famous.
I don't understand.
Like
yeah,
them
exactly.
So
For those of you guys who don't know who Jake Paul is, he's a YouTuber who got famous from Vine, I believe.
With his brother Logan?
Yeah, with his brother Logan. He got, I think most of his popularity is attributed to Logan, actually.
Right.
He got really famous on Vine and was on Disney for a little while on some show. So then he started YouTube, and now he just makes these, like, cringy, god-awful YouTube videos, and, like, the dude is just so, like, childish, and his videos are just cringy. Like, I don't understand. Like, I feel like his audience is, like, children or something, because I don't understand how, as an adult, you could, like, watch his content and be like, wow, this is really quality content. Like, I just...
He's like the guy that at school that was popular for some reason, and then everyone like grew up and realized, like, why did everyone like this guy? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, he's...
And that's why kids like him, because it's like that shit. He's like it's crazy. It's
like,
weird.
honestly, and then he tries to rap. He does like these rap songs with like Team 10, like his group that he makes this music with. And honestly, it is so fucking terrible. Like, he cannot rap. Literally what it is like, he can't rap, but he has the money to produce a rap music video and song and everything. So then what you're left with is this like professionally produced song that just sounds like garbage because he cannot rap for shit. And it's like, I don't understand why he's like trying. And then the whole thing that happened with Cody Ko recently, where like Cody Ko's another YouTuber, and he was like accusing Cody Ko of bullying people on the internet. Like, he was saying like Cody Ko is like a toxic person who has so much hatred in his heart. And Cody Ko made some videos like roasting YouTubers, including Jake and his brother Logan. So Jake got super triggered about it and like went to like confront him like in person, and he filmed it. And honestly, it's the most just cringy thing ever, because he tries to confront this Cody guy thinking like he's gonna like, you know, make him feel nervous and make him feel stupid. But honestly, Jake just looked retarded, like, going at this guy, because he comes up to him and he doesn't even say anything clever. He comes up to him. He's getting like his haircut in like this haircut podcast thing, and he just comes out of nowhere, because the point was to like surprise this Cody guy, and he comes out of nowhere and he's like, hey, he bullies kids. And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, you bully kids, bro, I don't like it. And he's like, I'm sorry, man. And he's like, well, you apologize, so that's good, I guess. And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry I bullied you. And it was just like, I'm not exaggerating, that's literally how it went down. He had no agenda, nothing clever that he was saying. He's like, he bullies kids. I don't like it. And I'm just like, dude, oh my god, you look fucking stupid right now. Do you really think that you won this situation? And honestly, it totally backfired because this Cody Ko guy ended up getting a fuck ton of subscribers after that because Jake Paul just looked so stupid, and Jake Paul actually gave him more publicity as a YouTuber by making a video about him. So now, like, Cody Ko has, like, all these different subscribers now because they're like, oh, wow, this guy's pretty fucking funny. And then it was like, it actually, Jake Paul, he lives in L.A., like Beverly Hills area, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, PewDiePie made a video about it, like, it made the news. I think it was like KTLA. It made the news that him and all of his Team 10 friends that lived in his house, they were causing so much like noise in the neighborhood that like all the neighbors around were just pissed that he lived there because they were like staying up late with all these parties or like playing these like dangerous pranks. Like there was a scene where they like threw a bunch of like furniture into the pool and set it on fire. Like fucking just stupid, reckless shit, and everybody, all the neighbors were like fed up with it, and it actually straight up made the news, and like there was like a news reporter talking about it, and then Jake Paul and like the Team 10 group came out, and you know the news reporter's like, well, how do you feel about all these neighbors? They're very unhappy with you guys living here and all the noise that you're causing, and Jake's like, oh, you know, like I feel sorry for him, you know, like I know that we're loud and you know, it's got to be really hard to deal with, and you know, I definitely feel bad about like what they have to deal with. And so the news reporter's like, well, then why don't you stop? And he's like, hey man, you know, I can't, you know, like Team 10's like the biggest army in the world, dab, and then he fucking dabs.
Right.
And just doesn't fucking take it seriously at all, like he's a fucking child.
You know, I don't really give a shit about that, you know what I mean? Like, he lives in Beverly Hills, he has all this fucking space. It's like, you know, it doesn't make the news when fucking people are getting shot in Compton. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't they covering that? They're covering some loud YouTuber. That's more of a thing on the fucking news station. They're using Jake Paul's audience as a way to garner attention.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So yeah, he's cringy, but then they're also fucking garbage. So
what, the news agency? I guess. I mean, I don't know. It's so bad that he was making so much noise and causing so much, you know, complaints that literally it made a news station report it.
Right.
And then sometime after that, somebody had they had removed the lug nuts on their bus. So
attempted murder.
Yeah, basically attempted murder. Like they had like
Wow.
the entire Team 10, they had like their own bus, and one of the neighbors had removed the lug nuts on one of the wheels. So then like on the freeway, the wheel just randomly came off, and like the axle just like snapped, and everyone was fine. But yeah, that's that's legitimately attempted murder at that point. So I mean,
How did they figure out it was a neighbor?
well, I mean, who else would have done it? Do you think?
There's a ton of people that doesn't like Jake Paul. They know where they
Right, but this was right after the neighbors had been giving so much complaints about like the noise.
There's tons of people.
I mean,
Just took this guy a couple weeks to save up enough money to get the plane ticket. You know what I'm saying?
maybe, I don't know. I mean, it makes more sense that it was one of the neighbors. But yeah, you're right. It could be basically anyone.
There's a ton of hate for Jake Paul.
Yeah, there really is. I don't understand why there's any like for Jake Paul. I don't know. I can't get behind it. All right, you wanna talk about what you? had?
Let's just finish all yours, and then you know. what I mean?
Okay. Well, all right. I want to talk about another celebrity that I fucking do not like at all. We've mentioned her a couple of times, Amy Schumer.
Right.
As a comedian, there was all kinds of memes about Amy Schumer being terrible, and I never really understood what it was about.
Right,
So
me too.
I remember one time I just watched an entire episode of her comedy special just to see what it was like. You know, like what's so bad about Amy Schumer, and I fucking it was disgusting, honestly. Like all of her humor is centered around
Her vagina?
her vagina.
It's
And
a joke, though. You know
but
what I
it's
mean?
like her humor is just it's so much, it's so vulgar that it's like trashy. It's not even like funny. It's just like, God, why would you say that? Like there was a joke where she said like, oh, my pussy smells like a barnyard animal. Not like a really bad smell, but kind of just like a smell that you want to like wipe off your hands. And
You're laughing.
it's
Why are you hating?
It's gross. Why would you joke about that? That's fucking
It's
weird.
funny. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch it.
I'm not now, but I watched it so I could actually have an opinion on her.
Some people found it funny. I thought you didn't like her because there was like a thing out that she steals a lot of people's jokes.
That's also a thing I was going to discuss.
That's
yeah,
the
like,
thing I dislike her
She
about.
steals other people's jokes. There's actually a scene where she does like a sketch, and it's literally like
Scene by scene, like on
scene
YouTube?
by scene a Mad TV sketch.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like there's a video where it actually shows you both of them together. The sketch is basically like she's at a store and some customer helps her, and she goes to the register and tries to ask for that. She's at a store and some employee helps her.
It's on
And then
Comedy Central, right?
And then she goes to the front desk and tries to ask about the employee, and the employee was black, and she's trying to avoid saying that the employee was black, so she's trying to describe him in every other way that she can.
Right.
Like, oh, he has a red vest on, and it's like, we all have red vests, ma'am. And it's like, he has black hair, and it's like, you know, the plot of the joke is like you're trying to avoid being racist, sounding racist.
Right.
But Mad TV legitimately did the exact same sketch, and Mad TV was obviously out before this sketch. Like, you know,
Right, clearly.
Mad TV's like late '90s, early 2000s. And it's
I
just
wonder
like-
if it's like she stole that or just because Comedy Central owns the rights to everything that Mad TV's ever done.
do they? Was
Yeah.
Mad TV on Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder, like, you know, they needed materials, so they just like, okay,
Was
well,
it
we
a
own the
Comedy
right-
Central sketch though? Are you sure about that? Because I don't know if it was or not.
Yeah, it was.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe it was.
Mad TV was on Comedy Central.
No, but I'm saying was the sketch she did on Comedy Central. I can't.
Well, like, wasn't her show on Comedy Central?
I think it was. I don't want to say for
Like,
sure.
I'm sure it's still stealing. You know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's unoriginal. But no, yeah, like the whole she steals jokes, but then like her humor is just very trashy to me. I can't get behind it. It's like a little bit funny, and then at some point it's so played out that you're like, oh my god, stop. Like, talk about something else. Like, I can't do it. It's I've seen like, and then like I guess her acting isn't terrible because I mean she was in Saturday Night Live like last year, and her sketches weren't that bad, I guess, but just her as a comedian, just fucking terrible. I can't do it. Literally, when she was hosting SNL and they posted like the video of the promo for her hosting SNL, it had way more dislikes than likes on the video. Like, everyone was pissed that SNL brought her on to host the show.
Yeah, you know, I don't like her comedy, but you know, people might like it out there. Like, there's this other female comedian on Netflix her name's Hannah Gadsby, and like all her whole hour-long special is about how like she hates men, pretty much, how she was a lesbian and how she was tormented by men in like New Zealand, where the fuck she's from, and the whole time I'm listening to it, I'm like, well, who cares? You know, I don't care. But you know, it's her right as a comedian to tell her jokes, you know. But I don't like it, but it's whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, now if she's like out there raping men with a fucking golf ball, like
Oh
a
my
golf
God.
ball, you know what I'm saying? Like multiple golf balls, like in
Yeah.
a tube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something, because it's terrible.
Dear God.
But
Okay.
you know, Amy Schumer stealing jokes, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Her bitching about the reason why people don't like her because of white straight males. That's
Yeah,
that's
she
stupid.
goes into like that, and she says something about like she gets into politics, like, oh, it's like the right wing people don't like me or something like that. It's like, dude, it's not that. You're just not funny.
Right.
It's not fucking demographics that don't like you. It's just
It's probably has a thing. It probably has something for it though. You know.
I'm sure.
I'm sure
probably-
white Southerners aren't fucking going to the Amy Schumer concert. You know, like comedy show.
I guess
She's not coming down to Durham, North Carolina.
Durham, North Carolina.
No.
Yeah, that's like the only two things that I really wanted to hit
Okay.
on. So you can go ahead. And,
I got a couple. Let's just go with this is a quick one. I hate grammar Nazis. And the reason why I hate grammar Nazis is because when I'm texting somebody and they're like, oh, blah, 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 should have put a comment. I'm like, bitch, I'm texting you. You know what I mean? This is informal. You know what I mean? I'm not, like, trying to, like, go over it over a fine-tooth comb and edit it and make sure that everything's correct. You can understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I fucking hate it. Are you a grammar Nazi?
Well, no, but I don't like the whole, like, when people fuck up the your and your thing.
Stop being a bitch.
Oh, no.
You know what they're saying. You know what they're
It
saying.
makes me cringe.
That's you.
Or they don't know the proper way of saying there.
I don't understand.
There, or there.
I just don't understand why people get into that. You know what I mean? I think it's cringy that then you have to say like, oh, then you type in the correct version of that word. I'm like, let's move on to what we were talking about. You know what I mean? That is such, I don't know what to say. Like,
I don't really correct people.
like if I'm writing a paper or like a letter or like an email to like a professional type thing, then I'm like looking through everything, making sure it's correct and blah 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 format blah. But I'm just texting you. All right, I might have fucking put the wrong two. Oops, sorry.
Well,
What the
yeah,
fuck?
I don't correct people
You know
really
what I'm
that
saying?
often. I mean, I know what you mean.
Like that's so bitchy for me.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit.
I'm like, get over it. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit overbearing. I can see what you mean.
It's
Okay.
like well, back in 5th grade, Mrs. Fucking Gatsby, my English teacher said that the correct word was shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So what else?
Moving on. Shitty service.
Shitty service.
Yeah, like I hate going somewhere. Like I was watching the UFC fights at this bar, and I was sitting and I sat down and I was sat down at this bar and I'm like, I was there for like 20 minutes and no one came and like it wasn't that busy and no one came up to me and asked me like, hey, what do you want to grab? Hey man, hey, do you want a beer? I'm like, sure, yeah, blah, like the whole normal thing. They had like 3 bartenders and there were like 4 of us here sitting at this bar watching the fights. And none of them came to ask us what we wanted. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I'm like, these bartenders, like, don't you know that you're a bartender and you're supposed to get people to drink? That's how you make money. Like even at restaurants, the markup for alcohol is excessively more than on food. That's where the restaurants make most of their money is at the bar.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like like a $2 beer is $8 at a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
You're
right.
You're making a lot more money off fucking alcohol than you are food. And there's these, and it's just one example. You know what I mean? Like when I'm at a restaurant, and like I'm fucking, I'm dying because I drank all my water. Got this dry ass food. Get me some fucking water. And and this might be like I'm whining or something like that, but you're there for a job. You mean that's your job?
I agree with you. Like, I feel like that's something that's universally hated. Like, shitty service. Like,
And then like people get mad at me like, oh, what'd you tip? I tipped them nothing. Like, oh, that's mean. Like they earned nothing.
they earned nothing.
That's what they got. They earned nothing. And I've had places where I had like amazing service, and I'm like, this person is being wasted at this job because they deserved to have like a better paying career. And this because that's not where their end point is. They're not going to end their earning potential at this job. They're going to eventually get a job somewhere else where they'll earn more money because they're good at that job. These people who suck at bartending are going to be shitty bartenders for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're just awful, dude.
So
Awful.
is it more so just like you hate shitty service from bartenders, or like also like waitresses?
I hate shitty service regardless.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Wherever it's at.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm like, I come in there positive, thankful. Hey, I'm not going in there like I'm above these people. You know what I mean? Because I'm not. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if you're coming at me, if I was working that job, it's my job to serve, and be a waiter or waitress, bartender. You know what I mean? All that, and you do your best. But then I'm like fucking sitting here. I'm like looking him in the eyes, in the depths of his fucking soul, Can I have a beer? I'm like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Dude. I just don't understand it, dude. Like I was at this. I was at one place where like the service was so bad that like when I just left. I ate the food and I left. And they're like,
Wait,
hey,
you didn't pay?
No, I didn't pay. And
Oh.
they were like, hey, what'd you have? I'm like, I don't know. You tell me. And then I left. Like I just left. It was so bad. It was so bad.
What was bad about it?
The service, it was like non-existent. The service was non-existent. You know what I mean? It's like I was sitting there and I'm like wondering like, whoa, who's the manager here? Like and it was like this called like Headshots. It was like a video game bar where like you have all these Xbox consoles and Nintendo and all that stuff, and they have a couch. You know what I mean? And you play video games and you drink alcohol and you eat food. It's dope. But the service is garbage. Because we sat there, we get our spot, and then like there for 20 minutes and we don't get a drink, not water, not a menu, nothing. And you're like, what the fuck? And it's, you know, like it's how black people felt back in the fucking 50s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's like, you know, I'm a human being. Can I get some service
You
here?
legitimately walked out and they didn't say anything to you?
No, they had no idea. Like my brother was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go pay." He's like, "All right, I'll go with him." Like, he was like, "Oh, hey, we're here to pay." We had to go to the bar to pay.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And they're like, "Oh, what'd you have?" Like, I don't know, Jim. What did I have?
Wait, so you went to the bar to pay,
My brother did.
but you walked out?
No, I went with him because I was trying to be good, but then because he pissed me off, I was like, "What'd you have?" I'm like, "I don't know. You tell me. You're the fucking waiter." I was pissed.
And then you walked out?
Yeah, like I told him, like I'm not paying for this shit.
Did you tell him that?
Yeah, and then I fucking left. My brother
Okay.
paid for his because he's a good person, but
How do you know? How do you know your brother didn't pay for
he
your?
didn't.
food?
I was right next to him.
Oh.
He paid for his, and plus he's
But
broke.
you walked away.
Yeah,
Like, okay, you didn't give him a chance to reply.
no.
Yeah.
He looked at me like he was a little bit stunned, but you know, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I went to that bar multiple times after that too. It's
Oh,
like-
really?
Yeah. They
Was
don't
it-
know. They're so garbage that they don't know when someone treats them like shit.
Was it the same? Was it the same guy working there?
Same people.
Yeah.
It was the same people. They just don't know because they're garbage.
What was
Headshots in Wichita, Kansas. The service there is garbage.
Was the food good at least?
It was it was fine. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bar, you know, it's bar and bar food, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, it's not like going there for like a
Like a
Mi-
filet
five-star,
mignon or
like a
anything.
5-star Michelin restaurant,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it like when we got our beer and we got our food, it was a great time because they had like this environment where you're just playing video games on this like sectional couch. It's cool.
Right. That's a cool concept.
Yeah,
Honestly.
but the service is garbage.
Yeah.
They're garbage human beings. I dislike all of them
Okay.
because they're from the fucking Midwest. Midwesterners, dude.
All right.
Midwesterners don't know shit how to serve people.
Apparently.
No, that's-
Jesus. That's pretty funny though. That you
Alright.
just like walked out.
I fucking hate them.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is American Mexican Pride.
American Mexican Pride.
Now, listen to me here real quick, guys, before you start saying that I'm like racist. All right, I'm not racist. Mexican people are great. American Mexican people are great. I know plenty of people who actually are illegal immigrants. They're all very talented, smart individuals, and probably better than me in everything. All right? What I don't understand is, though, why people who flee Mexico to America, and even worse, people who are Mexican but are born in America. I mean, they have Mexican heritage, right? But they're like, they love and like cheer Mexico like they're from there. Like, bro, you are in America. You are an American.
Right.
Why you having all this fucking shit for Mexico for some reason? I don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't have fucking Swedish pride. Oh, Swedish! Oh,
Are you Swedish?
maybe I'm white, man. We don't have culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand it. I think I might be German. Oh, I can't be I can't have any pride in Germany because, you know, they fucking killed Jewish people. So that's a no go. But I just don't understand it. Like, you know, Andy Ruiz, who did this ridiculous upset against Anthony Joshua, who's the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. It was crazy. But then everyone's saying, like, oh, it's great for the Mexican culture. He's born in, like, fucking Imperial, California. He is an American. He has Mexican heritage. He's an American heavyweight boxing champion of the world. He's not Mexican. He has Mexican heritage. He knows Spanish. But he's an American. Right?
Okay.
So I just don't get that shit. Now, Henry Cejudo, who is an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling, he's also the flyweight and benchmark champion of the world in the UFC, is an incredible athlete, probably going down as one of the best fighters in mixed martial arts ever. The same question is like people like brings up like, oh, his Mexican heritage, but the thing he says, first and foremost, I'm an American, is what he says. He's an American born in L.A. You know what I mean? He also said like he brings up like, yeah, I have a Mexican heritage, and you know he brings it up like he brings homage to his Mexican heritage, but he fucking says that he's American because he's American. He was born in America, raised in America. He's an American. You know, I just don't get it, dude. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I guess I see what you mean.
It pisses me off so much. And then all these people like, you know, fuck, blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, Carlos Mencia, like you said, had this joke of like, oh, a Mexican pride. And then like, he says, go back.
Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
Like if you have so much pride in Mexico, go back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that sounds terrible, but like you're trying to be in America. You're actually American in most cases. Most people, these people are American. Why you got so much Mexican pride when you're an American?
When you're in America, yeah.
I just don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not something I really hate, but I guess I can understand it is kind of
it's so annoying
in a way.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's so like divisive. It's like,
Indecisive?
why are you trying to be Mexican when you're an American?
Right.
Like, you can pay homage to fucking your Mexican heritage. Like, I fucking eat kolaches sometimes or whatever.
What is that?
I don't even know. It's like a pastry. It's like a meat pastry. Whatever. Kind of like empanadas almost, I think. Maybe.
Okay.
Something. It's like German or Swedish or something like that. It's white.
Uh-huh.
Or Croatian. I don't know. It's something. Eastern European or European.
Right.
One of those. I eat that shit and like blah, blah, blah. People fucking wearing lederhosen and shit.
Lederhosen.
You know what I mean? But that's, you know, I'm an American. That's all it is. All right. My last one is people who think too much.
That's a personal attack.
Yes, it is a personal attack because we were trying to do stuff earlier and then John was taking like 30 minutes to think of something simple.
Yes. I have nothing else to say. Like, yes, I do. Like, I don't know, man.
I hate it so much. I don't hate it so much. It's just annoying. Like, I remember I was on a date a couple weeks ago, and it was a boba place. And you know, while we were waiting for our boba, we were playing this chess because sometimes boba places typically have like board games and stuff. And I was just fucking around, just playing. And this person was like taking 30 minutes a move. It feels like, not obviously it wasn't 30 minutes, but it was like 3-4 minutes. I'm like, they were taking it so seriously. I'm just like, make the fucking move. We were just waiting for boba. Why are you taking it so seriously? Obviously, she won. But I don't give a fuck about this thing. You're thinking way too...
But it's a game, like a strategic game.
Yeah,
right?
But it was just waiting. We were just waiting. Why are you taking so long to make these movements and judgment calls when it's just like a nothing game? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Some people take that shit seriously, you know.
And I hate
Look,
every
man,
single one of those people.
I can't relate to you because I do this. Okay, it's like I
just don't get it, man.
I can't sit here and be like, yeah, I hate that because I'm literally.
Obviously, if something's a little bit more serious, take your time, make a decision. But if you're just fucking off for a little bit, or like most things you don't need. Like, it's the same thing with meetings. You know what I mean? It's like the same exact thing. Like, why do we have so many fucking meetings? Like, you know, I've been to one place where, like, these people have meetings, like, fucking 10 meetings a day. And I'm like, why? Why are you having so many meetings? So you can think about some bullshit and then not get anything
Meetings
done?
about what?
Like, it was like at a company, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they have a morning meeting, do some pass down, tell people blah, 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 blah about this. Like, this is our... And then, like, at the end of the day, it's like the manager's going to tell you what to do anyway. Why am I part of this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why are we putting so much effort and thought into this when you're just going to tell me what to do anyway?
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I
I'd
mean?
say yeah, like
It's the same thing.
a lot of meetings are like that. Like,
Why are you putting so much effort and thought when you're going to do something not too difficult anyway?
Yeah, sometimes I don't like that. Like whenever we have meetings and literally we didn't need to have a meeting at all, like the takeaway was just like, oh, work harder.
It's pointless.
Like, did you really need to round us all up, talk to us for 20 minutes
Right.
just to tell us
It's
we got to work a little harder?
Pointless. I hate it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like so many people like take time to waste time.
The military is really big on that.
Yeah, and that's where I get it from. That's why where I find my loathing for it, because the military, they're just saying like, hurry up and wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You pack everything up, you get ready, and now you're waiting for 4 hours just to fucking have a meeting, like a 3-minute meeting about how we're not going to do anything today.
Or we'll have a
What?
pass down that
Why?
is like, the pass down is basically not telling us anything. It's like, so you guys all suck and you need to work harder, and they just drag that out for 20 minutes.
Right, I'm better than you, and you'll all know that.
And
Oh.
now fucking go home and then
Yeah.
wake up and do it again tomorrow.
And go home, and then an hour later come back so we can have another meeting, and then you can go back now.
Yeah, that all boils down to leadership. We've kind of deviated away from what you were talking
I
about.
feel like it's all under the same umbrella, dude. It's all under the same umbrella. All right, but that was my 4.
Yeah, those
I
are
had
4.
All right.
Yeah, so we're running up at about 31 minutes now, so I think we can
Yeah,
go
that's a
ahead,
good
and,
one.
go ahead and
Alright.
wrap it up. It's pretty lengthy for, well, not really, but we're trying to cut it down a little bit. So.
Right.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for listening. We're gonna try to make these episodes shorter so that we can get more views and that we can produce more episodes every week instead of just the one.
Right.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, and stay tuned for more content.
Have a good week.